What is up, Snarf Gang? It's your boy Snarf Brownie, and today we are doing another mystery comic book unboxing. Got this big box right here, so let's just start with opening it. By the way, any of you out there that are dealing with any stress or, just worrying a lot about the state of the world, I know it can be rough, but just call out to Jesus, bro. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. I know a lot of people don't believe in him, but, if you don't believe in him, then just call out to him, Like, in the privacy of your own private space, just call out to him, bro. Because if you don't believe in him, you don't think anything's going to happen, what's the harm? And I'm telling you, man, Christ has really changed my life. I've been haunted by, evil spiritual entities, so just throwing that out there. Anyway, here we have... It's tea time, bitch. We got the Captain Britain Omnibus. Now, you may be wondering, British? Cringe, this is America. Well, guess what? I have a soft spot for the British people because they're hella oppressed. And this is also includes the birth of the 616 universe. If you know real ball game, you already knew that though. And I'm not gonna lie, this might be a hot take, but Captain Britain actually interests me more than Captain America. I've always thought that man was boring as hell. So, got the Captain Britain Omnibus here. Here's that spine and the back. But that's not all. What's this? Boom. It's the Blade Omnibus. Hell yeah. I got these for a steal of like $30-something each. And for an Omni, bro, that's a crazy price. Not only that, but the seller, he chill as hell. He gave me this for free. Now, I already ordered something from them before, so I think I actually have this exact one already from the last time he gave it to me. But, still really sick. I'm just going to give it to someone else, to get him into comic books or just as a nice gift. Because, I like comic books. I like talking to people about them, my friends, my family, stuff like that. It's just something I'm passionate about. I love art and I love stories. And it's just... I love the format too, the unique ways you can tell stories from the format. So that was my comic book unboxing number 3. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this because I have some other shipments coming in. Now, let's not end the video here just yet because I know some of y'all like to watch people stretch that spine. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you get one of these big hardcover omnibus or if you get other big collected edition hardcovers, the glue after the manufacturing can get stiff, and if you just read through it normally without doing this, it can make the glue wear down and crack. Now, how you stretch your spine is you open it up like this, and then, let me show you. You just flip them to one side like that. And then you just do this until you run out of pages in the middle. And that's how you stretch your spine. If you have if the omnibus has glue binding, you'll usually hear a little cracking sound during this. This one, it looks, let me get a better look at it. This one looks like glue binding, but I guess it's not a super crackly one. If you don't know Blade, he's half vampire, half human vampire hunter. He's got some great movies. If you haven't seen him, I recommend them. Wesley Snipes did a great job portraying Blade. And fun fact about this, but the guy that created Blade, he didn't get any royalties from that movie. Marvel just totally fucked him over. And he even sued him and still didn't get shit because the courts determined that Blade in the movie was different enough from the comic book character to not warrant paying him shit, which is a real shame because you're using the character's name to market the movie. If you're going to make it a different character, just make it a different character. I've always thought Marvel's real scummy. I hate a lot of their business practices, especially with their printing and the way they treat their writers, the Marvel method is stupid. And just for like small things like this Fantastic Four thing I got gifted in there, for instance. Look at the front, look at the spine. Makes it look like a one-off, right? No number. Well, you need to look right here to find the number. Now, imagine I'm pulling this off a shelf. I have to pull it all the way out to see the number that it is, instead of just putting it on the spine. And the reason they do that is to trick you into buying the later volumes so that they sell all of them equally, right? For people who are uninformed, they don't know what comes first. It's stupid, bro. Fuck Marvel. However, they do make some good comics. But, that being said, DC is better, in my opinion. Just gonna throw that out there. I've always been more of a DC guy. However, I ain't finding DC Omnis that cheap online as 30-something bucks, so... Sorry, DC, but... I do got a bunch of DC Omnis, though, so let's stretch that Captain Britain spine. Oh, yeah, that's giving a nice crack. Dude, anyone else hoping that this winter just ends already? These ladybugs keep sneaking into my damn house. I don't like them. They smell like freaking dead grass. And I hear some people out there like ladybugs, and you decide to feed them. Stop doing that, okay? They're not cool bugs. They're pests. They invade your house. They breed like fucking rabbits, and they smell like dead grass when they die. Please stop feeding ladybugs. I've heard of people doing that online. Don't do that, bro. You're the ones attracting them into our houses. You're a flippin' jerk face if you're doing that. Stop it. Anyway, if you want, I can show you guys some art from this book. I'll show you guys some art. It's always great flipping through an Omni, stretching the spine. You get to get a little glimpse at all the artwork and the storylines that are about to come. Shout out to Alex Hexagon. That's a British YouTuber that I like. Poor guy lives under tyranny. They really don't have freedom of speech over there. You literally get thrown in jail for just speaking your mind as if it goes against anything the government deems something you shouldn't say. So just pray for all your Brits out there. I know they talk funny and they have gross teeth, but they're people too. And I feel really bad for them. They just got dealt a shit hand in life being born in Britain. And anyway, here's the hardcover for Captain Britain. When you take the dust jacket off, you get a cool splash page across the whole cover, the whole hardcover. Very cool. And let me show you guys some Captain Britain artwork. Here we have some magazine format, tile tough, like sort of like Savage Sword of Conan. Some of it's in black and white, and then you got you flip a little bit further. Got some regular comic book art. Very cool. Very cool. Let me show you guys what Blade looks like without the dust jacket on. This one is more of a classic style Omni that Marvel does, where they just put the name of the character on there and it's black, but it is a cool stylized font. And here on the back you have wooden stakes, because he's a vampire hunter. Very cool. And let me just flip some of this, show you guys some art. This Omni also has some magazine style issues in it, so if that's something you like. To be honest, I actually really like some of the black and white issues. I think that color takes away from a lot of finer detailing, like right here on this man's head, for instance. And with artists like Jack Kirby, where their art has just been ruined over time, it's nice to see something closer to the original. But still, the inkers a lot of the time are the people ruining it. So you look at some of the Blade art. Blade's original costume is not nearly as tough as it is in the movies. It's a little more colorful. I would say that they definitely tried to make him Aura Farm more in the movie with that suit. But yeah, that was my mystery comic book unboxing. Snarf Gang out!